Today's ride comes a day after we had a pretty good snowfall here in Cape Cod, and so taking the Bridgestone out for a little ride, try to keep it upright through some icy patches, and show you around some of the sights around Cotuit. Today wasn't the best of days to go out for a bike ride, but you get into the mid-30s and not really a lot of wind out. You're just thinking, well, when's the next time I'm going to get a chance to ride with some decent weather? So got out on the bike and just made it happen. And sometimes you just got to do that. Today's music selection is mostly covers today, and just some tunes that I like playing on guitar, and a lot of them are just parts of the song, and very loose interpretation, so don't take it too seriously. Coming through and out of this turn here, it's pretty icy coming up this hill too. Back tire slid a couple times. Coming up in a little patch of snow that I have to go through in my little cut through to get to the main road, and bike did pretty good going through it. 2.1 inch pretty mild mountain bike tires are all I'm running on this, so did pretty well. One thing I find whenever you go out on a gray day, sometimes it looks all gray from your house, but then you get out there in it, and while it's mostly gray, there's some little patches of sun that come through, and there's just a lot more out there than what you think just looking out your window sometimes, so that's another good reason to get out. So this little road goes down to the end of Crocker Neck. It's a private drive right here where I'm turning around. And this side is looking over at Cotuit Neck. And on the other side, we're going to be looking at Mashpee Neck over here. A little marina over there on the Mashpee side. Coming down this hill, we're going to stop over on the left here. There's a little boat put in. I put my kayak in here whenever the water gets a little bit warmer and it's not frozen over. This is overlooking Shoestring Bay, which separates Cotuit from Mashpee Neck. This area gets frozen in the wintertime. Not every winter, but in the wintertime it gets frozen up because it's pretty far away from the ocean and has a little bit more fresh water in it, and also a little bit less tidal flow. So now we're headed off to some of the beaches in Cotuit. This is a little connector road. Goes through the woods. Has a nice roller coaster feel to it, up and down. And it's fun to bomb the hills a little bit. I don't ride for speed when I'm out, but in this kind of weather, it's good to give some effort. It really kind of gets you internally warm. It's just balancing that effort between that and getting too sweaty, and getting really sweaty really can lead to you getting cold later in the ride. So just getting a balance. But yeah, I like to give some pressure on the pedals now and then just to feel warm. So we're heading to this neat little access point that has a small beach, and it's near the Cotuit Inlet, and gives you a nice little view into the bay, plus out to the sound. Now we're heading up to Luke Beach, the next access point, heading south in Cotuit Neck. It's a fairly popular area. A lot of people park and give them a chance to take a little break from the day and watch the birds and the waves and so forth in the bay. Solar panels, huh? quite a few people here, so I choose to move on to the next beach further south. Now we're heading down to our last stop at Oregon Beach. It's the southernmost public access in Cotuit there. And you pass through this neat little marshy area here, and then wind down further along this pond on the left. And eventually you come to a parking area, which too is very popular and not very large, so usually in the summer this is pretty packed. So at this point I ran out of batteries in my GoPro, so ended up using the iPhone to do a little bit of filming of Cotuit Harbor, which is the last stop I had on this ride before heading back home. Well, you've come to the end of the video. I appreciate you watching. Please come again.